Hey guys, welcome to Cast the Dream. My name's Alan. I'm joined along with me, as usual, Alyssa.
Hey guys.
Sorry for the
It's been
hiatus.
a while.
It has. Sorry for the hiatus. We do have an episode that I've yet to do editing. From the starting of the Boca, we did both a album kind of review, and then we did a podcast of talking about it. After this episode launches, we are going to be launching that episode shortly after, so please stay tuned for that one. Both Melissa and I have been caught up with just some personal life and some work, so it's a bit hard to kind of keep this and juggle it around, along with kind of being up to date with the Boca promotions. That being said, Boca promotion has been over for roughly about, I want to say, a week now. No, about like almost close to a month. Honestly, at this point, what we're getting.
Yeah, honestly, because like whenever Chuseok was, so like the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Last month.
Even though the promotion has been over for some time, it's Dreamcatcher and the company. You know that they just like to feed us and spoil us. We have gotten a lot more posts of the comeback and the promotions from it. We have gotten K Contact. We have gotten a few other videos that we'll kind of break down into, because that'll lead into some of the other topics that we're going to be talking about. But I want your opinion now that the promotions are over. What are your thoughts of the whole Boca, the comeback, some of the songs that we have heard, and then kind of your thoughts of it now, being able to listen to it over and over. Because like for me, my kind of like looking at all the live stages, the thing that stood out the most was I think the outfits. And that's something that we have always talked about. The outfits that they have shown has been very unique. When I'm looking at all the outfits, the two that always stuck out to me that I felt like these are like the Boca outfits is the actually like black and white one that I'll bring up a photo of Churyu that a lot of people like. I know you and I like it, but it's the little the slight black tonsils over her shoulders.
Yeah.
That one was probably my favorite, and then now we've seen it multiple times. Is this dark navy like denim look?
Yes, definitely.
I always thought like seeing a music video and all that, like the one that they're going to be using and repeating over and over is the red outfit that we kind of see like Suwa in. I thought that's the one that we're going to be seeing more unique of, but it's more of this denim color, this darker blue color that I see.
Right.
Which I think is a good subtle fit for the Lose Myself album. Because of the blue coloration of the water theme, so.
Yes, definitely. That definitely that I think the denim one, yeah, those two are my favorites. I have to say, because I mean, we'll bring up who I think it suits the most as of right now at this moment with the current members' hair, but I really thought that, especially when back during promotions when the members had their like original hair colors, that even it stood out for all of them. Even Gahyun with her pink hair, it just really brought out like the members' charisma, and it was just the outfits this era were so good. I love them.
Yeah, I think the hair was a really big characteristic that stood out because each member, other than Suwa, I believe, had a unique look. Churyu was kind of more back to normal, but I think after Scream, like her hair needed that.
Yeah, definitely needed a break.
But like I think the big stand up were Gahyun's pink hair, like that's the biggest craze about it. And then I think Yuhyun's like both Yuhyun and Seon's hair has just a slight touch to it, but it really fits them for who they are. I honestly loved the touch they did to that. And then the last one was Dami. The biggest, I think like two rivals of the hair colors for this comeback is Dami and Gahyun. Dami with that blue hair really stood out, and even so towards the end of promotion, it's hard to maintain like really bold colors like the pink and then these blue. But I think with Dami, like she maintained it really well, and even when it started fading, it looked really well with her.
Absolutely.
And like that kind of brings into a bit of what we're kind of going to, but we got a few of the songs. They didn't do a second like promotion like we did with with Scream
Black and
era. Yeah, so where we got Black and White. We actually just I think the songs that we got to see a bit was I think we had 1 or 2 performances of Deer during the comeback. And this will be including the showcase and then some on stages at music shows and stuff. And then we had with K Contact, we actually got Break the Wall Again. Which honestly, the 2 times we got Break the Wall, one in the showcase and one in the K Contact, yes, they're the same song, but they're completely different for me. The reason why I say that is, the first one we got the showcase of like how they kind of did the recording for it, of these megaphones and stuff. Where in K Contact, it was just straight vocals. And that what like killed me, because I'm like, oh, this is Break the Wall, like microphones and stuff and everything. There's no megaphones in their hands, and they were just saying it proud. Like, we don't need a megaphone because we could do it with our voice.
I love it. That Break the Wall performance for KCON. I just remember I woke up because I didn't pay for K Contact this year for this round, but I just remember waking up and seeing that Dreamcatcher was like going viral, that like Xion was trending, just because you know how at the end of Break a Wall she just goes ham with the vocals.
Yes.
She's like belting. I just remember waking up to that and being super proud. I was like, oh, my baby! She's making it! So that was like really, really cool that even like other fans that were there for other groups could really appreciate Xion, so.
Yes, like you said, she popped off because literally after the performances, what was trending was, what was it, Blonde Girl from Dreamcatcher?
Blonde Girl from Dreamcatcher, and I was like, yes.
And that was the biggest thing too, is because we just finished, the Boca promotions, so we're like, okay, their hair is gonna rest. They're gonna give some time, and then boom, Sion's blonde. Sion drops a new tattoo on her, and Insomnias are insane. Like,
don't get me started on that too, man. Oh my god.
That's gonna kind of bring us into what's like happened after that, because this K Contact was pretty much the last performance as 6 members.
Yeah.
So, if some of you guys are new Insomnias who are unfamiliar of this person, this is Handong. She has now returned from China after a year. If you guys are unaware who Handong is another member who was sadly stuck in China due to the current world events. But the reason why she went to China in the first place was for herself, and which I thought was really cool. She pretty much, I want to say it's been about a year. After they did the promotion for Breaking Out, Handong left to China to participate in a Chinese show to pretty much, it was a kind of the Chinese version of Produce 101, if you guys are familiar with that. So Handong personally went out and she took the opportunity because one, it allows Dreamcatcher to kind of gain more popularity from more international base. But two, she wanted to do it to take on for herself to improve. Because after, I believe, the first round of elimination, she announced that how she took this upon herself to improve her own talents, because she felt like she was lacking compared to the other members. Which, when she came back and performed, which we'll go more in depth about, she came back, I would say. She goes, I mean, she's been gone for a year. She shows, I've not been gone for a year. I'm better than stronger than ever. And I was like surprised to hear those vocals that came out of her. But I do want to talk about, we're going to slightly talk about this. It's just a slight off topic, but it still involves Handong. When Handong came back from China, we all the Insomnias who knew about her and are interested about her started the timer. 2 weeks. Here we go. Handong comes back. not even 1 week in, Dreamcatcher gave us more stuff to be spoiled with.
Right.
And that was the fan sign. And I was blown by it. They go, hey,
Right.
Dreamcatcher Company, guess what? 2 more fan signs. These are the last one of Boca. But here's a twist. Handong's in it. And
Yeah.
I want to get, because this is our first time, because luckily me and Alyssa was able to win the one with My Music Taste.
Yes.
I want you go really in depth about it on your thread on Twitter. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and check out Alyssa's Twitter on KwaveRadio. I also have my thread. When you have your fan side threads, I always love them because they're so detailed and oriented with always some giddy questions or ideas to bring to the girls. But this is your first time seeing also Handong pretty much over a fan
It's
sign.
like a real interaction with her.
Yeah, so how was your interaction with Handong? And I'll kind of share a bit of mine.
So, first of all, I was very nervous, of course, because I was number 4 in the My Music Taste fan sign, so I had absolutely no idea what the order was going to be. And I just kept thinking to myself, Alyssa, wouldn't it be crazy if My Music Taste put Handong first? There's absolutely no way they're going to start if that's strong. They might put her in the middle, they might put her at the end. It's fine. I just gotta mentally prepare for it to be any of the other members first. Well, I was sure as heck wrong. Because I opened the screen, and she was right there. And all I could remember in my head was just the words Handong blasting in my brain, and the fact that she was really there. And I literally just said, "Oh my god!" And I literally went like this and cried. I remember turned away from the camera, and there were tears coming out of my eyes, and I was like, I've been waiting a really long time for this. So that was a pretty crazy experience. But basically after I freaked out for a second, I was like, "Hi," and I was speaking to her in Korean because Korean's pretty decent, and I was like, "Hi, my name's Alyssa. I'm an American fan." She was like, "Oh, you're American. Your Korean's really good." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then I explained to her because the Chicago concert, Alan, because you were there too.
Mm-hmm.
I made a cutout of Handong's face. I didn't make it. I bought it. That I brought to the Chicago concert because for me it was really important to make sure that Handong was involved in the concert somehow, and I didn't remember hearing anyone say here. I didn't remember hearing anyone saying that they were going to be making a cutout or anything for Handong. So I brought that to Chicago, and I just remember holding it up there, and I have this picture of Sua, and it's actually my profile picture on Twitter. Of Sua holding this Handong cutout, and I showed it to her. She had the cutest reaction ever. It's in my interaction thread if you guys want to see her reacting to it. But she was just genuinely shocked. It was super funny. But it was honestly such an amazing feeling knowing that I could tell Handong that she was involved or that she was still represented in the concerts in the US. So that was a really proud moment for me. And I can't wait to see her again. I've already been thinking about what I want to talk to her about next. So,
I thought that was really cool. With it wasn't just even the USA tours; it was also European tours. They all had some form of Handong. If it was these a full body cutout or the face, but every single one it was a form of representation of Handong being there. For me, again, Alyssa was ahead of me. I was kind of towards the end of it, or I was kind of in the middle. So Alyssa was able to inform me about the order, and everyone started blowing up on Twitter about it because you slowly kind of sit there in your chair waiting for this call, and you see people just talk about their stories, and everyone's crying on it, and I'm sitting in my chair, and I'm not gonna cry. I'm I don't have that much strong of a connection with Handong right now. I don't think I'm gonna cry. I'm a tough guy, blah, blah, blah. And then I will post a photo I have. I was I'm gonna have this on my head, cheer, crack a joke. Answer the call, Handong. And my plushie I had on my head just falls. And I was why am I crying? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the initial shock of just seeing her first is absolutely unreal. It's just, oh, she's back. She's finally back over a year later. Oh my god.
Yeah, and like I think a lot of the songs were shocked about it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I want to say the day before the first call, um, Catfish Entertainment, which was the company that was holding Handong while she's in China, um, dropped saying, "Hey, Handong is doing a solo, guys. Just letting you know. Here's a
Mhm.
digital drop that's gonna be coming on this date." And I had a second opportunity with K Town for You, where I got to do another call with Handong, and she was last this time. They swapped the
Mhm.
tables, and I was like able to kind of talk to her. I'm like, all right, this time, like, my tears are out now. I have gone through most of the stress of like talking to the girls. Now it's Handong. I'm like, all right. I'm not mentally prepared still, but I can't tear up on her again. And I was like, oh, hi Handong, and I was asking her, because I was able to listen to her solo performance prior to the whole call. So I was like able to ask her. I'm like, hey, we all love your music. The lyrics are beautiful, and I personally was wondering like if we're going to be seeing it for this upcoming topic, which is the Seven Spirits, and I'll kind of lead into that in a bit here. I was asking if we're going to be seeing her solo performance because that's something that we saw with Sion in Paradise with the last online concert.
Mhm.
But sadly, due to that it is licensed under Catfish Entertainment, we will not be seeing that during the Seven Spirits concert.
Oh, so that's confirmed?
I believe it's confirmed. I mean, I asked her, and she said she won't be performing it.
Oh, I didn't know this. Oh my heart. I didn't know that. Oh crap. Okay.
Yeah, so that was pretty big. And my thread for both events of the K Town and MMT is in my Twitter, so go ahead and take a look over there. Um, but with all that aside, we finally got some fan interactions with Handong, and we've gotten more goodies from Dreamcatcher. And I'm gonna start off with some of the special covers that we have gotten. Sua dropped her own special
Special
clip,
clip.
and the biggest thing too, and like October, perfect timing. We got K Zombies. I'm
Yes.
gonna
Oh my
do
god.
I'm gonna do a second reaction to it because I love that. I would rewatch that all the time. If you guys don't know, Dreamcatcher did a 15 million views of Boca and a zombie version. And if you guys
Mhm.
have not seen it, please check it out because that is amazing. The
Yes.
acting, the slight changes to choreography, and the makeup work was amazing.
Dude, the makeup work was unreal. Like the details between even just like the traditional outfits versus the actual zombie makeup and the details from the contact lenses. Dude, those contacts were insane.
Yes, the
Oh my
context.
god.
I love how people when the silica starts coming out when they're in the zombie outfits, Sion's makeup was the like best and then the most scariest ones. It's just
Yeah.
because of the holes on the sides and it's like
Yeah.
the slight
Yeah.
disturbing, but I was like, man, this makeup art is so good and I'm impressed about it.
So good. Oh my god, it was unreal.
Um what else? Oh, and then the slight choreography to the backup dancers. I don't know if you saw it, but there's all slight subtle touches of where we're usually used to them being really aggressive, but
Mhm.
it's now a little lighter, but still has that sharpness look to them.
Yeah.
And then like the flags where Suwa comes out of is all torn apart.
Oh yeah, dude, that was such a nice detail. That was
It's
such a nice touch.
I don't care if that flag's torn up. Give me that flag.
Yeah,
I
I want
want
to give it to me. I'll put it right here. It'll go on the wall.
I want that flag. Um, So with that, we have all those special covers. So they're still feeding us. Like they're not letting us breathe at this point. Like
Nope.
we're like, oh, like one silent day. Like it got so weird because we were being spoiled so much that when G was posting and she's not posting a single photo for what 3 days. It was like I think at most 3 days or so. Everyone already assumed they're like, these girls already work at comebacks before we even like know it. And we're like, oh, Jiu's not posting a single photo. Everyone came to the assumption she dyed her hair. She dyed her hair. And the next one, like, she appears on, like, Sua's Be Live.
Yeah, and then it was like totally fine. And then we just got clowned because like, oh, she's not posting pictures. So I'm like, oh, she definitely dyed her hair. It turns out that the DCC app doesn't allow them to upload pictures anymore because it's gonna like shut down.
Yeah, which is a little sad.
It is sad. The era of the DCC app is ending.
I totally forgot that like it is ending at the end of this like year. I'm like, oh, like there are people who have like archived every single post on there. And to those insomnias who have them, oh, yes, bless their hearts. They have been amazing. One thing I do want to announce before we get to our final topic is gonna be Casa Dream is gonna be working on a game. It's gonna be a long process, but Alyssa and I have been talking about a lot of details. But we are working on a Dreamcatcher horror game. I'm gonna try my best to give you guys updates as we go with it. But one thing I am looking for is anyone who's interested in helping us develop this game. So, technically hiring for free because I'm gonna fire Alyssa off Casa Dream. I'm just kidding.
Hold on.
No, I'm
sure. I mean, honestly, you don't really need me. I'm just kind of like the co-host because you like, do all the editing and stuff. But we are a 2-person team.
No, I'm kidding. No, but I am interested because I do want to feature a lot of you guys fan art in the game and also just on Casa Dream podcast.
Yes,
if you guys are, we are always loved to have fellow insomnias and to hear your stories on the podcast. So if you guys have something to share or stories, we would love to hear them because I want to hear stories from around the world. Because I mean, listen, I had stories from the USA tour. Alyssa, you had the European tour.
Yeah.
But there's other tours I do want to hear about, like the Latin America tour, the Australia tour, like all those ones. They are still unique experiences, but we haven't got to hear them. And I'm interested to hear, how it is for other insomnias or even Korean insomnias of who, have to be able to see at the live shows and stuff or their interactions. So if you guys are interested, yeah, so if you guys are interested in helping out with either the game or just being featured in some way on Casa Dream, feel free to message us. Or just comment down below. I will go ahead and personally reach out. I look at these comments every day. So, to give you kind of a synapse of the game, should I give the synapse? I just kind of want to give a little teaser.
Yeah, you can give a little teaser. You
can little teaser. There's gonna be a lot of Easter eggs throughout the whole game. You are playing as Dreamcatcher, and you're going back into the nightmare.
Yeah.
So the trilogy kind of continues. So going on to pretty much our last topic today is gonna be My Music Tapes has announced coming up pretty much in less than a week of a second online concert featuring Handong. So we actually get a full Dreamcatcher performance with all 7 members, and I'm excited for that. Because we have 2 albums that do not feature Handong, and we're going to be feeding some nice golden nuggets of Handong in here.
We get like the Handong refeaturing in the Dystopia album. I'm so excited the Dystopia series. Like, dude, I'm just imagining Handong in like Red Sun, in Black or White, thinking about the line distributions. And the most important part to me about this entire concert is the fact that we are going to be having a live band.
Yes, I was really curious about that because I think Dreamcatcher Company made an announcement of they're seeking live members, and they did it in a very... I think there was a few requirements too that was really interesting too. I don't remember what exactly the requirements... I want to say it was like looking for...
Email.
Yeah.
I remember because I auditioned. I actually auditioned for it.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I did. Because I play violin, so I was like, Dreamcatcher would sound good if they had violin. So I auditioned. I didn't hear back from them. But because what happened was with the virus and everything, and because I'm American, I just figured, oh, they didn't want the Americans. But it was you had to be a female. You had to be within a certain age. I was kind of on the, I think I was on like the older side for what they wanted for the audition. And apparently you get like a legit contract with Dreamcatcher company, so I wasn't sure if this was something that was going to be like a one-time thing, or if this was going to be something that like would continue in the future. I mean, like, did they have a band? Bro, I'm gonna flip because Dreamcatcher discography just sound phenomenal with a live band, and it's one of the few groups, in my opinion, that really can, like, their entire discography could be played with like a live band.
Yeah, we have gotten a few kind of videos and clips of them playing with a live band.
Yeah, it was
The biggest one that came to mind is their video of Mayday.
Yes.
That one, like, Mayday is probably one of my top. I want to say five. One of my top five Dreamcatcher songs.
It deserves to be up there. Honestly, Mayday is art. It's such an iconic Dreamcatcher sound. It's like it's one of their iconic B-sides, honestly.
Yeah. So with all of those, I mean, we're excited for all these OT7 songs like Scream, Boca, Red Sun, Deer, Black or White. Like, these are songs, like, and we know that some of these are pretty much confirmed. Black and White was confirmed on the Handong vlog. She was practicing it. But
Red
we
Sun
already,
was
yeah. But we are already gotten pretty much a performance of Scream and Boca just a few days ago, and you want to talk about it, but Handong has performed in it, and we got to see Handong's Boca outfit that she should add.
Oh.
Do you want to kind of talk about your views of what you saw? Because I saw a lot, and I'm amazed about it.
Well, first of all, her hair is now blue. Like, when we talked to her on the fan sign, she was quite blonde. And she dyed her hair navy blue. It's not like the bright blue that Shan's hair extensions were, or like the quite as bright blue as Dami's hair was during Boca promotions, but her hair is blue, and it literally was so well coordinated with her outfit because she had like she had like this this tank top, crop top type thing. It showed off her amazing back muscles, but I'll save that for another time. And she had these like high-rise like cargo pants that like perfectly matched her hair. She was in combat boots, and I was like, "Oh, honey, she looks so good." Oh, but in terms of the actual performance, it was almost as if she never left. Like, I could tell she was a little bit nervous about performing, but when it came to her vocals, and I know this is why she went to China, she sounded so confident, especially when it came to Scream. The amount of confidence that she was exerting from herself just really felt like she had never left. It felt so complete, and you could tell, like, just that 1 year difference, how much more mature she had become.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so proud of her that she was able to do that for herself and really get to showcase that to the fans, that, like, I'm back, Handong is here, like, it's almost as if I had never left. And I have to say, I prefer the line distribution of Scream over Boca. But
yeah,
so good.
For me, one thing that stand out was some Insomniacs brought a clip of pretty much all of Handong's lines between the two songs, and you get a really good full range of her vocals now. Like,
range was also really good.
There was the soft points of where it was Yu's line, and then I believe there was also some harder tones where it was more. I believe it was Yuhyun lines. And to see that jump, and then to just see how coordinated they are along with it, like it's nothing, changed. And like you said, it what really amazed me on it. And I mean, given that their choreography was already set, because that's something I always look for, is that choreography. The choreography for Scream was pretty much set with a seventh member, but now having the slight change of where Handong either in center, or she's at focus point singing, compared to we had that seventh, the math dancer in the back.
I'm getting
Uh,
goosebumps just thinking about it again.
yeah, and, like seeing those performances and the slight changes, like as if it wasn't any different from the original, is amazing to me, and I'm
Mm.
so ready to see the extra work that's gonna be taken on in this new concert of all these additional songs. Black and White, they said, is a little bit harder.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
I'm still wondering because like her vocals can now kind of fit between either Ji or Yuhyun. I want to see if they're changing it slightly a bit, if she might be taking somebody else's too, if it's just not those two. During I was it a vlog, I believe. Handong was, I think this one she was recording the new versions of the songs. She was with the producers of the songs or the composers, and I think the lines that Lee said or Andrew said was like so sweet, where it's just like my songs didn't feel complete without you.
우리 곡들마다 한동희 목소리가 필요한 파트들이 항상 있었는데 없어서 너무 아쉬웠어요.
저도 너무 아쉬웠어요. 괜찮아요. 이제부터 같이 하면 되죠.
이제 또 더 좋은 곡들로 채워나.
Oh, so
And like
cute.
reading it, I was like, dude, that is the cutest thing, and I was like, but it's so true. Like,
It's so true.
Dreamcatcher was never complete without her.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, I was wanted to ask about this real quick. Like, so Handong said that she recorded 8 songs. So we already know that she recorded Scream and Boca. What are the other 6 that you think that she recorded? Because I'm pretty sure I know which one she recorded.
I want to say Scream, Boca,
Yeah.
Break the Wall, Red Sun, Deer, Jazz Bar. It was 8, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm at 6 now. My fingers were just I have to look at the whole. I'm actually being really bad about
Bring
this song.
those babies out.
I know, just
Bring out do it.
Bring the albums out. Yep.
Bring out. I summon the albums.
Some the albums. Okay, so from Dystopia, Tree of Language. Wait, is it just on the back? It is on the back. Jesus, I was actually about to open it. Yeah. So Scream, Red Sun, Black or White, Jazz Bar. So that's a 4.
That's 4.
I wanna say Sahara. Oh, wait, we didn't even take an account of any of the Endless Night.
I don't think they're gonna perform their Japanese songs because they have the licensing. It's the same thing probably why Handong can't perform her song.
Well, I don't think it's just the licensings, but if they do another comeback in Japan, they might perform it. Like they might.
Yeah. I was just talking about for this concert because usually what happens is at least my thinking was that when they record the background vocals for the concert so that they can perform live, she probably will have to re-record like Endless Night and I don't know if they're gonna do Rose Blue because that was a special video.
I honestly don't think they're gonna do Rose Blue. So if we're looking at it, because the song, I'll kind of take an account of like the last concert of what we had. We got it was Scream, Red Sun, Black or White, Jazz Bar, Sahara. That's 5 songs, and those were the songs that they performed at their last concert.
Right.
So that's sitting at 5. So then for Lose Myself, it could be Boca, Break the Wall, and then Deer, and that would be the 8.
Was it 8 or? Because honestly, I really think they're gonna perform "Can't Get You Out of My Mind." I really think it's gonna be one of the songs.
I think like if we're,
I don't know.
I think like "Can't Get You Out of My Mind" is gonna be replacing Sahara if they're like gonna be taking part of that. Like, I think the songs that we're gonna be seeing during the concerts is like, what? Chase Me, Good Night, Fly High.
All the OT7s.
All the original OT7s to kind of bring it back, right? And then for the ones that are recent, like they're gonna play all the old songs, and then It's gonna be, Scream. I think, um, just because of the connection they have with Red Sun, Black and White, and then they always play one of the ballad songs, which
So
I
think it's gonna
think
be fair.
I think it just has to be dear due to the fact that like the sentimental value and it being written by Churyu is gonna be the song that comes out. Um, but I am curious if they are gonna be performing Rose Blue, because that is a really interesting song. Like it's something that almost fell back under the radar that not a lot of people like remembered about just because Boca was shortly after. And that's the thing with Dreamcatcher. They don't rest. They do not rest at all.
They don't like to. Honestly, they don't like to, and I just.
And I think they have admitted it. They're just like, oh, what do you guys do on your free time? And they're like, oh, well, we actually practice a lot. Like, we don't like sitting around.
Right.
Like I think that was the biggest thing that like kind of stands out about them.
Right, for sure.
But one thing that's always talked about when we do live concerts or us just a one group in general is special stages.
Yes.
I'm honestly really scared of the special stages.
Why? Why are you scared, bro? We get like, the special stages last time were so good.
So yes, the special stages last time were so good. But here are the things that we have gotten from Dreamcatcher till almost the concert point. Is one, Suwa admitted that her special stage for this one is going to be better than the last one. That's saying a lot for what we got.
That last one was so good.
If any Insomnia's jaw did not drop during that performance, I'm going to come over and make that jaw drop somehow. But like, like that performance was amazing. Each one, like it, Sion did her solo performance with Paradise, which we all loved, and the outfit was amazing. If you guys have not seen us talk about that last concert, go ahead and check it out. It's one of the previous podcast episodes. But we had Sua's performance. We had Full Moon by Jiyu and Dami. And then we had Gaia and Yuhyun as also another unit. But now we have a taking place of Handong. And I honestly don't know what song we're gonna get with Handong, because last time we got a special stage with Handong, it was with Jiu, and my god, I still love seeing those performances. God.
Oh.
So we can kind of confer. Oh, and on top of that, talking about special stages, we did it for Halloween. Most K-pop groups gets a performance in Halloween costumes. Yeah, we didn't get any. Because you know why? We're getting it for our own concert. So we get all attention to them instead of for like 2 minutes. So that's what I'm scared of.
That reminds me too, because I remember asking Jiu during the fan side, and I asked Sua about her special stage too. And I remember asking Jiu, I was like, hey, can you give me a hint about what costume you're gonna wear during the concert? Or like any concert spoilers? And I was probably wrong to ask Jiu because she doesn't really spoil that much. But she went, just deadass looked me in the eye and just said, no! It was so cute, but I was just like, come on, girl. Give me something to work with. She didn't spoil anything.
What are you talking about? She did spoil something. During the V-Live, she's like, oh, Handong's gonna be performing.
Well, that was for the this past weekend. So.
Yeah, I mean, technically she did spoil it.
Like, I know, but she didn't spoil anything for this concert for me. I was like, girl, come on, give me something.
For me, I asked Sua, because I had that second fan call sign, and after you asked Jiu, I was like, no, Jiu is the one who can like keep her lips sealed. I'm like,
yeah.
Sua is gonna say something and it's gonna tease us so hard. I'm like, I got this. I asked Sua. And she's like, no. I was like, hint, please. And she's like, it's gonna be red, really good. So her costume is gonna be red, and I'm scared. I'm like,
but the last one was red too.
Last one's red, and we got Sua-wise, a Pennywise costume, and holy cow, that's scary. I am really interested to see, because we're gonna see costumes, we're gonna see special covers, we're gonna see songs with Handong, and we're probably gonna be seeing, I feel like this is gonna be there's gonna be a sad moment. Like last time we had a teary moment because they're like the whole Handong little surprise appearance and all that stuff in the message.
Oh, and they also had that compilation of like all the concerts and then the
Oh my
insomnia
God.
when they were playing Emotion Dude, I cried. I actually was like crying.
I was like on the verge of tearing up, and I was like, I think anyone who has been insomnia who has been able to have any form of interaction, if it's in person or online, like tears are gonna make you fall. Like emotions, it is an old song, but it's one of those songs that can always come back and hit you in the gut.
Yep. Agreed.
And
Tearjerker, that
I am a little bit scared to like hear that song come out because I'm gonna like sit there and like all go through emotions and then just like emotions start hitting and you're like, where's the tissues? Man, where's the tissues?
Yeah. I think it's also a little bit more tear jerky because it's also from their first, like, it's from the Nightmare album. So that goes back. This is almost going back 4 years now. Like, you think about their growth, how much they've grown since debut, and all that other stuff. And then you have all those like videos and moments from the concerts, and everyone's like flipping out, and I cried.
Yeah, I think this seven spirits is what the name of it because last one was called Streaming Into the Nightmare. This one is called Seven Spirits. Given it's now 7 members again with Handong. I'm scared of who Handong might be doing a special cover with. Because last time it was Churyu.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was like, is she gonna do, like, what kind of unit is it gonna be? Is she gonna have her own stage? I don't know.
I feel like she might have her own stage because like we might be missing something during the time she was in China of like practicing. That's where I feel like it can be a thing. Like I think for us, we can easily say like people who like kind of the group of the stages. What I'm looking at, I think this is what my guess of the special stages are gonna be. If you guys have any ideas of what the special stages, who they can be, go ahead and comment below. But for me, I'm gonna say Sua for sure is gonna have another solo stage. Just to bring out her most uniqueness of her dancing and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I honestly feel like it's gonna be a Sion and Churyu subunit.
Ooh, that'll be good.
I think their vocals, like we already know Sion's vocals is amazing. But I think also because we've talked about this, Chiryu's vocals has been this angelic voice and it pairs really well with Sion. So I want to see if we're going to see that kind of get together because I don't think we have seen a special cover between them two.
No, not between the two of them.
So I feel like we're going to get something spicy between the two.
Yeah.
And I actually think it's going to be Handong and Gahyun.
Ooh, that would be really interesting.
Because
technically, they both have lower registers too, so if that actually ends up being the case, that'll be really cool.
They have lower registers, but again, like, with how we've heard Handong's vocals recently, she can hit those higher
absolutely
tones and stuff. Is that what's impressive? Which I think is going to be really critical if they do pair up together.
Right.
And then it's going to be the 97 girls, Dami and Yuhyun.
Dude, if they have a unit, dude, I'm gonna flip. Because I think the last time I've seen them, this is the most recent one I can think it was like Fly High era when they sang Peppermint Chocolate by Mamamoo.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last time I can remember them like singing together. Oh, dude, that'd be so cool.
I think those are my guesses. I mean, given that there can actually just be a unit with 3 members, which,
that's true.
like, I mean, we have that already. We had the Tiki Taki.
Oh god, Taki Taki.
But I don't think that we're gonna see that performance.
No, I don't think so. I think they're gonna give us something new. I think Dreamcatcher always has this like thirst to show Insomnia new things, to show us their constant growth and things that they've been working on. So I think we're definitely gonna get new things. I think one new thing that we might also get would be interesting, and it's just been rumor talk, guys. Yeah. This is all speculation. No, I don't know. Just like big letter speculation. I feel like because there's been some leaks and information, we might be seeing our Light 6 here. I think they're gonna surprise us with some Light 6. Right. Forgot about the Light 6. If you guys aren't aware, somebody on Twitter
found out there's a Dreamcatcher Lightstick app. And through all this research and stuff, you can download it, and people were like looking through V-Lives, and they noticed that the company that the Lightstick app is made by is also the company that's in on the boxes of some of the V-Lives, so they're kind of assuming and jumping to conclusions that it is the Lightsticks that are ready. And when you go on the app, you can scan your Lightstick, and it showed a design of the Lightstick. So it's a rumor that this could be our Lightstick, and we're a lot closer of getting our Lightsticks than we think.
Yeah. I think we are. I really hope that they announce it during the concert, and when they do, gotta save up money, and I'm probably gonna buy like 3.
I know. I'm really scared that like it's gonna be a lot more. I wanted to like be smart and grab one, but I'm like, Dreamcatcher. I gotta get more of them. Like
Yeah, you can't just have one. You gotta have more.
Can't be satisfied with more. Just one. Like I got 2 hands for a reason. I got 2
Yeah, exactly. You gotta direct traffic.
Direct traffic. Direct the zombies. Where are we going?
Let's go.
To the nightmare. Let's go.
Let's go. Turn left. Or right. I don't know which way. I don't know if Discord mirrors or not. Turn left is my left. It was so funny.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. Alyssa and I, after the concert, we might or might not do a recording, but we'll try to do our pretty much reaction after the concert for you guys.
Yes,
so stay tuned for that. So once again, guys, Casa Dream is producing a Dreamcatcher game. I'm always looking for some help on it. I want to try to get this done with all the Easter eggs possible. So if you're interested in helping out, go ahead and message me on Twitter, Churyu, and then also there's Alyssa, so go ahead and check her out too at KwaveRadio.
I don't bite.
We don't bite, but we pull some interesting crackhead Dreamcatcher ideas.
Honestly, we have so many crackhead ideas. I love it. So.
And it kind of what sparked my idea of creating a game at first. I think I tossed the idea out to you almost a year ago.
Has it really been a year since we started talking already?
Yes, because it was after. I want to say it was just after the tour, the U.S. tour.
It's probably like right after Chicago.
Yeah, which it's kind of sad to hear. Oh, it's almost a year. Like, the feels about it. But that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. That is it for Cast the Dream. We are gonna be working on more episodes. I'm gonna be doing more reaction. If it's towards memes, is it towards just the videos that Dreamcatcher I watch?
The memes that I compiled for you.
I need to do that again. I have a lot of things to do.
Yeah, definitely. You've been busy, B.
Yeah. What's that, guys? Stay tuned. I am going to be releasing the episode that was not released about our initial reactions of this Myself album. So, guys, stay tuned for that. And then also stay tuned for our post-concert of Seven Spirits with Handong. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below if you thought about the podcast, about, the game, or whatever you guys want us to talk about next. Thank you guys so much. See you guys next time.
Bye, guys.